Go.
Okay. So we have the older Rubbermaid system, Lee, but chances are your system is going to have a hanger bracket, something like this. Come on in here and show this across the top that all of them hang. I'm just kind of giving you an overview of everything. You'll want to make sure you have your level for that. And I would definitely look over the instructions just so you get an idea, but make sure that that's level because that's going to make sure all your shelves are level. When you're putting your bracket in, you want to try and make sure you get your, like right here is a screw. Screws are generally 14.5 inches is to the center of the stud from the wall. Every 16 inches from a corner of a wall is generally where a stud is, 16, 32, and so forth. But you want to take out some of your spacing for your rock. Sheetrock is usually a 1/2 inch, so come back 1/2 inch. But then as you can see, this first stud is about 16 inches out or 14.5 inches from the other side. But if you look at this next screw where I was able to get it in and I had to angle it, it's 14 inches from this stud. So you can't always go with that, but you just want to try and find your stud. This bracket is the most important. Come on in here. Your corners are almost always going to have sheetrock studs or studs from your walls because that's where your corners have got to match up. So this is going in at a corner. This is going in at a corner to get to the stud. So you really want those longer screws, the 2.5 inch screws like I was talking about. And then, so this is a bracket that we're putting on to support the center of this. Selena wanted to put some heavy stuff and the shelving was getting done. So what I do, I found my center mark, threw a torpedo on there, found out where it was at, made a mark with a pencil. Once I found that it was level, I made a mark on both sides. And then I started making marks for my holes. You gotta kind of make the tip all funky and skinny to get it into your holes. But then, so once that's done, you can do a stud check real quick, either with a drill tip. Well, alright, so it went in and out, so it's all sheetrock. So that's going to need a hole drilled in. So I'll drill that in here in a minute. Another way of doing it is if it was set up, but you can't do all of them, but you get it online. Get it online. Put your hole in there. Then you're gonna go through. Oh, that's the longer one. Short screw. And that's one thing about those different bolt screws, that they have different size heads. One is a T20, one's a T25. So see how it went in real easy? It's stuck, but that ain't gonna hold shit. Which is why I like these pop toggles. So we're number one in there. These pop toggles, you push the inside in so it's flat like that. Try and get it in there, you get it in the hole. Hammer it flush. Very important with these pop toggles. And this is, sometimes they get in a hurry and you forget and it's kind of bad. You have to take this, you have to push that out. what that does is it pushes that centerpiece, because as you screw it in, it pushes that centerpiece back out flush, so that when you screw in this, it goes all the way through to that, and it sucks it up flat. And that's what gives you your anchor strength, because it's going to anchor behind the sheetrock. So that's how you do that. Get it back in here. You'll use a longer one, because this one is going into here, so you have your gap. If it was going directly into the wood, you would probably use this one, because it's not, actually I don't even like those, just use the longer ones. Get it started in the, push it in the hole. Damn thing ain't moving. So that right there is pretty much holding the whole thing. And that's pretty much it.
So how many of those are you putting on this?
I'm putting them in every hole or every other. It's really just depending on how strong you want to get it. But because you want to put this on there, and you want like, each screw is going to hold 60 pounds. So that's 60, 120, 180, 240, 250. And then you got that 3 sides. So ideally, each shelf should hold 180 pounds. I don't think we're going to put shit that's like a dead hooker up there in the corner.
So how do you, you gonna do the other ones? You have to unscrew that one first?
No. Well, yeah, I'll undo that for later, but I want to show him this, Lee.
Hang on, do you want me to start a new video so we can...
Yeah. Pause it.